So the first concept we want to discuss is cognitive dissonance. Now, cognitive dissonance is defined as the discomfort felt when ideas or beliefs clash with each other. This is a prominent psychological concept when it comes to understanding the ways that an idea can have opposing sides. Now, an example of cognitive dissonance would be an individual who smokes cigarettes and they know full well the health problems that come with smoking cigarettes, yet they respond to that evidence with either suppressing the evidence and denying them and simply embracing the behavior further, or in the face of the evidence and the logic, they end up altering and changing their behavior. So what cognitive dissonance has come to encapsulate, if you will, is the idea that humans like to keep a consistent internal narrative of themselves going. And when this is threatened, they have to perform mental exercises in order to keep that story, that narrative, coherent, right? At least coherent to themselves. So what you end up having are these things called defense mechanisms. Now, to be clear, these are psychological terms that we are dealing with, so we need to be sure a proper definition is given to them. So defense mechanisms are what are used in this state of cognitive dissonance in order to restore cognitive consonance. Cognitive consonance is when this discomfort, this clash is not taking place. That internal dynamic narrative, that narrative of one, is harmonious. There's no disruption. It's like if the person smoking cigarettes is never presented with the evidence of the health problems that go with smoking cigarettes. They just get to smoke cigarettes and be happy. That would be an example of cognitive consonance. So these defense mechanisms are what are employed to restore that. And their examples include denying reality, right? So in the face of being presented with that evidence, simply denying them, refuting them as being true. We have altering behavior and feelings. This is when that person, when brought with the evidence, says, oh wow, I didn't know those health problems that come with smoking cigarettes. Let me change my behavior. Let me quit smoking cigarettes. Then we also have projecting anger. Now, this is the prominent example of a defense mechanism. So the person who is presented with the evidence of the health problems that go behind smoking cigarettes actually lashes out at whoever is presenting that evidence and is feeling that it's an attack on their personal character, on their morality. And this is very interesting because when we think about the ways in which we engage in dialogue about our people and our conditions, oftentimes we are ready to fight by and die by the positions that we hold, the narratives that we reinforce. Oftentimes we engage in this cognitive dissonance, this discomfort, this clash unconsciously, which ends up leading us to projecting our anger, to engage in that defense mechanism and refute or deny evidence, clear evidence, logical facts and things that are brought to dispute the claim or the position. So ultimately what needs to happen is we need to be sure that we understand cognitive dissonance as a psychological concept and to understand the ways in which we attempt to restore cognitive consonance, especially when it comes to being presented with clear evidence, clear information that suggests otherwise. We may embrace certain positions and views. The question becomes, what do we do when we are presented with information that may dispute that? Understanding cognitive dissonance is step one.